Welcome to Questions with the Crew.
All right, we are back here in our second questions video. We did one a long time ago. We've had a lot of new questions that we've been asked and some that we keep getting asked again. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to run through all the questions that we generally get and try to answer them. So sit through the video, listen to all these questions, and hopefully we've answered some of those common questions that a lot of you have. All right, so we're going to get started. I've got the first one. Now, this is the question that we get asked all the time.
All the time.
And that question is, can I be in the crew? Now, I get this in private messages, on the forum, on YouTube, people post it in videos. And while we really love how interested all you guys are in being part of the crew, logistically, we can't do that. I mean, if we were to let one person in the crew, we'd have to let more in. Before you know it, we'd have too many. So sadly, we can't do that. We do have the open server, which we try to give you guys a chance to play with us. We do have the chaos server. So those are things we do. And if we do add people to the crew, generally the way we do it is we find people who play on the open servers or the chaos server, whatever, people that we think are nice and that we play with, and it seems like they fit in with us, and we bring them into the friends of the crew. And then that is kind of like the stepping grounds to becoming a crew member. So that's kind of the process, and hopefully that answers that question. Danny?
People have been asking if we're going to do the Hunger Games, and we've done the Hunger Games twice on the same map. We did the Hunger Games on June, in June, on one of our live streams, and we did play and record the Hunger Games or Survival Games a couple of weeks after that, and that is on the channel.
A lot of people ask us questions in our old videos when we use older versions of Minecraft. Oh, don't you know you can sprint and run? Well, when we filmed it back then, we couldn't sprint and run. And how do you shoot arrows so quickly? Well, you could do that in the past, but not anymore. So, yeah, just bear in mind that we've been doing videos for well over a year now, a year and a half, I think. Well, I know Boz and Lizzie and Paige and Abby have been doing videos for longer than that, but yeah, there's lots of, Minecraft has changed a lot in that time, so there's lots of new things. So just bear in mind, the date that the video was uploaded.
Okay, now another one that we get sometimes is the way YouTube handles our channel. Whenever and this is only when whenever I post a comment on any video of ours, YouTube will bring that to the top of our channel history. And if you guys go to the channel history to see like what's recently uploaded by us, it looks like I just uploaded maybe a video that's already been up for weeks, for months, or even a year ago. So just be aware of that. It confuses people because they're like, I've already seen this video. So generally what happens is it's because I posted a comment in a video. Sometimes I like the crew to answer questions more than me because it doesn't do that when they post. What I'm thinking about doing, though, to try to alleviate that and be able to respond more and not confuse all the people, is to use the Hardcore Crew account and respond in our crew videos with it. And that way it won't bump things up and confuse you guys.
Talking about the main channel, we've got lots of things to offer on the main channel page. We've got playlists such as the Mole, a hardcore series, loads more types of videos like build contests as well. And what else have we got? We have got links to the open server timer, live stream timers. So if you're not sure when the open server or live streams are, you can click on those and they will have a countdown for you guys. So it's all there for you. Also a link to the Facebook page and the forum, so, sign up to those as well. Like us on Facebook.
Yeah, and it should be noted that that's youtube.com/thehillsoftware. That will get you right to the main channel page. But definitely check that because it gives you links to things that people are always asking. All right, next up is a question that we get a lot is what happened to Leo, where's Desil, or possibly other people. In the case of Leo, he had really other things that have taken his time up, and he really just didn't have the time anymore. So, he left the crew. We were sad to see him go, and if he ever changes his mind, he may come back. DeSill really got tired of Minecraft for the most part. Just started working on other things. He's playing other games, but he really just didn't want to dedicate the kind of time that we have to. So he kind of stepped aside. So generally that's what happens is when somebody leaves the crew, it's generally because they have other interests or just not the time to dedicate to this, because we do spend quite a bit of time doing this, and it is a lot of work.
As you know, we've been asking people to apply for season 3 of The Mole, and as you know, that has been closed for a while. We've gone through the interview process, we've chosen people, but what we constantly get asked is, why didn't I get chosen for The Mole? We had hundreds of people which applied for The Mole. We had loads of misspelled names. The link to the video didn't work. They didn't even put a link to a video. There was no file for us to watch. People just didn't follow the instructions, basically. So a lot of people didn't even get further than applying because of those reasons. We were also looking for people who stood out. We wanted people to actually think about how they'd play the game, because we just didn't want to add people to the mole who didn't even think about the game. They just wanted to be in a video. We wanted people to make a good video. So that's why some people didn't get chosen for the mole.
A new question is, why don't you guys allow non-premium people to play on servers? Non-premium is just a nice way of saying a cracked copy or a torrented copy, and the reason why we don't is because at the end of the day, when you pay for a game, you are paying for a game to support the developers. So the way we see it is, if you're not paying to support the developers, then you shouldn't be allowed to enjoy everyone. You shouldn't be allowed to have all the full features that people enjoy. It's like, if you want to play on servers with us, then the least you can do is bother to support the developers that make the game that we all play on. So yeah.
And we should also note that with 1.3.1 that just came out, if you don't have a legit copy, you can download it now, and you can actually play single player for 5 day-night cycles, but you can't do multiplayer. But it does give you a chance to play it. But that's just something that was just added. All right. First off, this one comes up a lot, especially people who start watching our older videos. The first question is Lizzie a kid? Yes, she is. She's 9 years old. Is she my child? Yes, she is. She's my daughter. What about Paige and Abby? Are they kids or are they my daughters? They are kids, about the same age as Lizzie, but no, they are friends of Lizzie's that live near us. And are we all related? Obviously, Lizzie and I are. No one else in the crew is related. I mean, we have had some siblings, family members who have played. Piper's brought her sister in. Alicia's brought her sister in. Sarah's little brother, who is a newborn, has cried, I think, maybe a few times. But none of the crew members are related besides me and Lizzie. And the other question is Piper Lizzie's mom? And obviously, no, she's not. Very lovely woman, Piper is, but she is not Lizzie's mom.
Another question we get asked a lot is, what's the IP for your server? And we have our own private server that the crew plays on, and so obviously you're not allowed on there. But as you've probably noticed, we do have the Chaos server that's been up for a few weeks now, and you can find that IP on our forums.
Another question is how having people record, and why don't we use multiple people's viewpoints of the games that we play? And the reason for that is people such as myself and some other people don't have a system that can record decent gameplay, or it's difficult to send files from one part of the world to another part of the world, and it'd just be a mess. But we may have some recordings coming up that will have multiple camera views.
Okay, and that kind of segues into the next question, where people want to know, what do we use to capture with, what do we edit with, and how do we talk to each other? First off, what do we capture with? We basically all use Fraps. Piper uses Fraps for Sisters. I use Fraps for everything I use. And I think pretty much all of the crew who even have their own channels, and we'll put some links in the description for this video to the crew, all the different crew members' YouTube channels. I think you guys all pretty much use Fraps for your own stuff too, don't you?
Yeah.
So check the description if you want to get links to all the different crew members' YouTube pages. What do we edit with? That varies. Piper and I use Adobe Premiere Elements, which is kind of a cheaper version of the $1,000 Adobe Premiere. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Giz and some of the others have messed with Windows Live Movie Maker. I don't know if you guys use anything else.
I use
Just Movie
Windows.
Maker for me.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so Windows Live Movie Maker is a great program. I used to use that for our early videos. It's just we started trying to get to do a little bit more different things, and I really have enjoyed Adobe Premiere. It's got its issues, but that's what Piper and I use. And then the other question is, what do we use to talk to each other? We use Mumble. Now, some people have gotten confused. It's a free program, Mumble, so you can download it. Just Google Mumble. I think it's mumble.sourceforge.net. But we'll put a link in the description for that also. But we've used Mumble from almost the very beginning. When it was just me and Lizzie and Paige, I think I started off using Skype, but we quickly switched over to Mumble. Mumble has that heads-up display that you've seen in some of our older videos where it tells you who's talking by showing their name. I kind of got away from that because as we added more crew members, it would take up too much space. But some people have asked why we don't go back to Skype. Why do we use Mumble? Skype is great. I mean, you can do conferences with it, and it works. And pretty much everybody uses Skype. And the quality is good. But honestly, Mumble uses less bandwidth. Mumble supports different channels, so you can have, like, you know, when the crew is all together on our Mumble server, we may have some of us who go off into a private channel maybe to discuss the mole. Maybe another group is working on something in a different channel, or maybe some of us are playing Minecraft and some of us are playing Killing Floor. We can go into different channels, and it's very easy for us to hop around and access things. So it's just, the biggest reason is it's so much lower on the bandwidth usage that you free up your internet connection to do Minecraft or to do Killing Floor, whatever we may be playing. So that's the reason why we don't use Skype.
And another question about Mumble, why did we require Mumble on the Mole and also on our open servers? We want to have Mumble. It's just so much easier to communicate with people, and it saves us typing everything. It's free, as Belbos has just said. It's a simple download. You just do the audio settings, and then you can hear us. And if you want to, you can talk back. You don't have to talk to us if you don't want to. You can type. But for us to talk to people is just so much easier for us, especially if we're, meeting hundreds of people in one evening. It's a lot easier.
All right, now this next one, this one comes up a lot, and that is Belboz, Nicolas Cage, Tom Hanks, Jeff Bridges? I think those are the big three. Now, I will say I am not Tom Hanks.
You're not?
No, I am not. Jeff Bridges is very cool. I love the dude. When he was in The Big Lebowski, the dude. That's your opinion, man. I mean, but no, I am not Jeff Bridges. As for Nicolas Cage, I will neither confirm nor deny that I am Nicolas Cage.
Another question is, I want to make a map for you, or how do I send a map, and how do I go about it? On the forum, there's a list of instructions of how to go about sending the map to the area that we have for sending the maps. So I think Belbos might put a link in the description that you can click on and check that out, and that should get you sorted on sending maps in.
The next question we get asked a lot is, will you come play on my server? And a lot of people ask that, but most of us are busy with all the things we do for the channel and general stuff like that. So while some of us might sometimes pop on other servers, if you ask, we're probably not going to say yes.
All right. Now, this one gets asked quite a bit, and that's like, where's Lizzie? Where's Abby? Where's Paige? And sometimes maybe other people, but generally those three. Um, Lizzie has been in Sisters a lot lately. She hasn't been in many other videos, and part of that's because it's summer vacation, and she is really enjoying playing with her friends, getting outside, and doing things. And I'm not going to force her to not do that. As it gets colder and the weather turns, she'll be spending more time. But she definitely gets on when we do open servers and stuff and everything because she enjoys playing with everybody. But you'll see her in videos. She's not gone. Now, as for Paige, Paige just has not had as much free time, and I think she really enjoys playing more just on her own, or maybe with just Lizzie on the side. So you'll see Paige now and then, but she won't be in as many videos as she was when we first started. And when it comes to Abby, Abby is going to be in a few things here or there, but she has a lot of technical problems with Minecraft and getting on servers, and sometimes she just can't be there. So she may be there here and there, but you're just not going to see Abby and Paige around a lot just because of those various reasons.
Another question we've been asked that's been asked quite recently and frequently is when the next open server is, why we haven't had one this month. And we don't have any planned at the moment, and we haven't had one as we've been running the Chaos server, and that's basically a full-time open server for all of you to enjoy.
And kind of along the lines of that, it's when's our next live stream? Typically, we've always wanted to do a live stream each month. Now, we haven't done one in a while, partly because we've been very busy with some new stuff for the channel. We've been busy with the Chaos server and all of that. So we really haven't had the time to do a live stream. We are going to do one, and we're going to try some different games, and we're going to try to do some live stream stuff in the coming months that you guys can have a chance to join in with us. So just stay tuned. Watch the channel. If you're on the forum, which we really recommend you come check out, come to the forum, and you may find out some preliminary information ahead of time when we start talking live streams.
Another question is, can you wear my skin? And the answer is no. Well, not like no as in no, never, 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 but like we have our own skins that we like to wear, and so like having to change a skin would just be annoying. There is an art section in the forums where you can like post things to show us, so that could be something you could do. But I don't think we could wear skins and stuff really. Possibly, but no.
Well, the problem happens if Gizmo, somebody makes a new doctor skin for him, and he puts it on and thanks the person in the video for making it. Then another person's going to make a skin for Piper, and then for Lizzie, and then for me, and next thing you know, we've got to keep changing skins all the time, and if we forget one, we upset somebody. So
Another question we get asked a lot, and I'm quite happy about this one because it means people like it, is can I be in Sisters? And sometimes people even add, even though I'm a boy. And I'm going to quote Lizzie and Paige from the first episode of Minecraft Sisters where they say, no boys allowed. That's not even crew boys, unfortunately, even though we love you guys completely. We absolutely love Sisters. It's girls only. Oh, sorry, Bilbos. Sorry, guys. And it is just for us. I mean, we're quite I think one of the largest groups of girls actually playing Minecraft. I've not seen a bigger group of girls, and we're quite proud of that. We've had a few guest stars in. Oh, guys, don't do that. We've had a few guest stars in of people that we know, like Lizzie, not Lizzie's sister, sorry. Alicia's sister. Um, we've also had Dee, who's friend of the crew. So it's people who that we know and who that play well with us. Yeah, but thank you for asking.
Another question some people have been asking is if they can have a shout out in our videos. But we're sorry to say no, because if we let one person have a shout out, then we'll probably have loads of people asking, and it'll be really hard for us to remember to upset anybody by leaving them out accidentally. So sorry.
Am I really a doctor? Yes. Next question. No, I have a PhD in smiles and happiness and laughter and fun. No, I'm not a doctor. It's Doctor Who. It's my skin. Come on, people. The Doctor.
All right. Now, this kind of touches a little bit on what Sarah and I talked about when she talked about the open server and chaos, and I talked about live streaming and such. And this question is the chaos server. When's it coming back? What we're doing is our next server, chaos server, is going to be regular Minecraft again. However, 1.3.1 just came out, and therefore Bucket is basically not working yet with it. And hence all the plugins that we want to run don't work. So Chaos will come back as soon as Bucket is stable with 1.3.1, but we will get Chaos back. Stay tuned to the channel, and if you want to know what the IP is of the Chaos server, you have to go to our forum, and we've told you a few times above how to get to the forum, but you're going to want to go to our forum. There's a topic about Chaos, and it has the IP right now for the Chaos server on Tekkit, and it'll have the information when we switch over to our new server. But we enjoyed Chaos before Tekkit, and we've enjoyed the Tekkit, but a lot of our fans have had trouble with Tekkit. So that's why we're going to go back to more traditional Minecraft.
Another question we get is, could we add people on Xbox Live? And not a lot of us do have Xboxes to play Xbox Live, so we won't add people on it just yet. Yeah, that's about it for that question.
And along that question too, besides just adding people on Xbox Live, and let me just look down here. I don't think we have it. Yeah, that one question people ask is, are we going to do videos of Minecraft for the Xbox? We don't have any current plans to do that. There's only, I think, 4 of us that even have Xboxes, and I don't know if all 4 of us even have Minecraft. I don't have it yet. We might at some point do something. Technically, it's a little different though to record an Xbox than it is your PC. You know, you can't use Fraps, so. But you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Okay, so this question we get asked a lot, and oddly we get asked it a lot. And believe it or not, Piper does actually have a checklist for this, so I'm going to pass it off to Piper for this one.
Piper, will you marry me? That's the question. Yeah, so my checklist is, okay, see if you fill this in. Dark as well. My checklist is, first of all, you have to be nice. I need to know how much money you've got in your bank account. Being able to drive is a plus. Own your own house is a plus. Don't mind when I read my books or when I film with the crew. Can cook. That you want to travel, you want to see new places. Also, okay, you got to be 25 or above. I mean, you know, not too old. Also, I like guys with accents. I think that's about it. I don't know. Yeah, do you think that's enough, or do you think I should add a few more?
I think that's at least a good point, so you can weed out some people. I'm sure there's quite a bit of our fans out there who meet that criteria, and will be putting their name into the lottery. What we could do is all the people who meet this criteria, we could have like a kind of like we did the Yogcast Olympics, but have like, you know, win Piper's hand in marriage type contest.
Yeah, no.
So get your entries in now. Go to the forums,
Yes, join our forums.
post your bio, post your bank account information, and all the other stuff that Piper's talked about. All right, so I think that pretty much covers all the questions that we generally get. I'm sure we missed some, and hopefully you guys stuck with this and listened to it all. Remember to check the description of the video for all those links that we talked about, assuming I remember to put them in. And I guess one little thing we'll mention, we didn't really do anything for it. We're going to kind of wait now, but originally we were planning on kind of having a video to celebrate that we hit 10,000 subscribers, and I think we had around 3 million views at that time. Now we are almost 12,000 subscribers. We have had 4 million views. So, congrats to all of you guys for everything and thanks for all the help you guys do to do all this. And we're going to try to do something cool maybe when we hit 20,000 subscribers, which should happen hopefully by about the end of the year.
Don't blow it up, Danny. Come built this.
Well,
Can we ban her?
So with
No!
that, we are going to exit, and then we're going to start yelling at each other and fighting. So if
And
you
blow
guys,
things up.
Standard.
so if you guys want to say goodbye, we will head out.
Bye.
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 Lol.